Hi everyone, welcome to my Abhyas. I am Jyoti Sandeep, your math teacher. In previous session already we started this new chapter trigonometric functions, and there I explained you about the angles, right? How you use the degrees and what is the radian and theorems also on that, and we started problems. In today's session we'll continue the problems and we'll see what we have next. Okay, so let's continue the problems what we are doing. Next problem, consider it as a next problem and take that number. Here I have put 1. The angles of a triangle are in AP. Angles of triangles are in AP. If one of the angle is 48 degree, find all the angles in radians. In one triangle, 3 angles will be there. In that, one is given and 2 more you have to find out, and they have given that angles of the triangles are in AP. Okay, so first consider that part. We all know in AP, if 3 terms are there, how do you consider the terms? A minus D, A and A plus. Sequence and series you have studied in class 10th, right? If you have to take 3 numbers, then it has to be A minus D, A and A plus D. Those who don't know about the concept, in sequence and series, A is considered as the first term and D is taken as difference. A is the first term and D is the difference, and in sequence it has to be just like a 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3. Difference has to be same if you take difference between any term minus previous term. Okay, that is D. Any term minus previous term. That has to be common everywhere in throughout the sequence. Then it is taken as the arithmetic progression. This is just a quick revision for those students to whom this is new. Okay. Now, in depth we are dealing the sequence and series in the other chapter, where the complete chapter only you are studying on AP and GP. Here I need only this, how we take the numbers. 3 numbers you have to take, means usually we take A minus D, A and A plus D are the angles of triangle in AP. Now tell me, if you add all the angles in triangle, what will be the sum? If you take sum of all the angles in triangle, that has to be 180 degree. Correct? 3 sides if you add up, you have to get 180 degree. Now the reason why we have taken A minus D, A and A plus D, but not A plus D and A plus 2D. Okay, don't consider this part because terms will not get cancelled there. Again it will be difficult for you to find out A. Here D will get cancelled with a minus D and I will get A value directly. A is 180 degree, so A will be 60 degree. A I got 60 means the difference I have to find out by taking A minus D and A plus D. Okay, A minus D is less than this of course, and A plus D will be more than that. One angle already they have given, that has to be A minus D. So given, it can't be A plus D because it is more than that. So given that A minus D is 48 degree. Okay, if A minus D is 48, A is 60 degree, then what will be the difference? See, A minus D is 48 and A is 60. So you have to find out A plus D. To find out A plus D, I have to find out D first. For that I have to subtract this and get the difference. That will be 12. So when the difference is 12 degrees, then get the next term, which is A plus D, that will be 60 plus 12. Okay, 60 plus 12 will give you 72 degree. That will be the last angle what you have to find out. So we got all 3 angles here. A minus D is already given there, and A is 60 degree, A plus D is 72 degree. You have to conclude that. But check once whether it is in degrees or radians. Find all the angles in radians. Radians is the question, not degrees, so you have to write it in radians. I'll take off this part and write that in radians. Okay. 60 degree in radians, that we have already done in the previous class. 60 degree in radians we know pi by 3. So A will be 60 degree, which is pi by 3. A minus D will be 48 degree. 48 degree into pi by 180. Just find out how much you are getting in this. 48 into pi by 180. So from 2, if I cancel, it will be 2 and 4, 24. Here it is 90. Again I can cancel that. You are getting 12. Here you are getting 445. Okay. So 12 pi by 45 you are getting. Again you can cancel with the 3. So here 4 pi and here 45. No? So you will get 15. 4 pi by 15 you will get for this A minus D. Check for A plus D. A plus D you got how much? 72 degree. 72 degree you have to change that to radians. So pi by 180 again and see how much you will get. Okay. So after getting the angles you are converting that to radian. Always check whatever is asked, accordingly you write your answer. Let's see the next one. Second question in this is the clock problem. Very important problem. Find in degrees the angle between hour hand and the minute hand of the clock when the time is 7 o'clock 20 minutes. Second one is 5 o'clock 40 minutes. So what to do for this? One basic concept which you can use for all the clock problems. Okay. So trick 1. Whichever you want to use, I am telling you both. So what is the basic for this? This is just like while seeing your watch only you can tell. Analog watch clock, if you see you can make out the angle, but accuracy has to be there because options will be there in competitive exam. The same question can be asked for both boards as well as competitive exams. Okay. So here what we are doing, we are calculating for minute hand and hour hand separately. For minute hand, if I am calculating, for 1 hour, how many minutes? 60 minutes. Okay. So 1 hour is completed. Minute hand will complete one rotation and go back to the same place. Correct? So when I start that, for minute hand I am talking about, it will rotate and it will go back to the same place. Then it will be like a 1 hour and 60 minutes will complete. So degree will be 360 degree. Right? From this I'll get one relation. For 1 minute, how much I get? 1 minute I get 360 by 60. So I'll get 6 degrees. This one you have to remember. Okay, for 1 minute, minute hand will make 6 degree. For 1 minute, minute hand will make 6 degrees. So come to hour hand. In hour hand, so 1 hour is there and 12, complete one rotation when it will happen. From 12 o'clock if you are starting, again you are going to all the hours going back to 12. That is 12 hours, one complete rotation will be there. Correct? So for 12 hours, it will complete one rotation. So that will give you 360 degrees. Now I'll calculate for 1 hour. So how much degree I'll get here? 1 hour I will get 360 degree divided by 12, it will be 30 degree. Okay. So for 1 hour, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, like that 1 hour if you take, you are getting 30 degrees in that. This is hour hand. Hour hand is making 30 degree for 1 hour. Okay. If it is for 1 hour 30 degree, then if I take for 60 minutes, 1 hour is nothing but 60 minutes, and for 60 minutes, I am getting 30 degree. For 60 minutes, 30 degree if I am getting. For 1 minute, how much I will get in hour hand? This is for the minute hand. Okay. Hour hand if I am calculating, I am getting 1/2 degree. So these three things you have to remember. Hour hand is giving you two things. One is 1 hour, 30 degree will be there, and 1 minute, half degree will be there for this. Minute hand is giving you one thing, that is for 1 minute, 6 degree will be there. Okay. Now I will tell you the simple way to calculate the angle problems. Come to the question. They are asking you find the degree in angle degree. Find in degree the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand is the question, correct? So first one, if I take 7 o'clock 20 minutes is there. So if I take that in diagram, 7 o'clock. Roughly you take the diagram. Okay, we'll see the clock here. 7 and 20 minutes. 20 minutes exactly it will be at 20. But this will not be at 20 because already 20 minutes has passed, no? That will be little bit ahead. Correct? It will not be at exact 7 because already 20 minutes has passed, so it will be ahead of that. It is approaching to 8. Right? So now if I roughly calculate, I can make out that this is 30 degree, 30 degree and 30 degree. The difference between these numbers after plotting the timing, you see how much gap is there. Okay, roughly approximately you calculate that minutes. So if not minutes, degrees. So approximately you find out the degree. All what we are talking is angle. So find the angle roughly. What happens here? 1 hour 30 degrees there. So totally I am getting 90 degree. Right? So 90 degree, will it be exactly 90 or more than 90 or less than 90? This you have to think. So if you see the timing, that much we know, we are all used to this clock and all. So whether it is at 90 or it is exceeding 90 degree or it is less than 90 degree, it will be more than 90 degree because already 20 minutes is passed out. Correct? Now find out for 1 minute it is half degree. For 1 minute it is half degree. If 1 minute it is giving you half degree, we are not going with the minute hand only here. Only hour hand will give me the answer, so that is enough. 20 minutes if I take. For 1 minute it moves. Hour hand only is a problem for us, right? So minute hand is fixed there at 4. It is fixed. 20 minutes it is fixed. I don't have to bother about the minute hand. Hour hand is moved, so I have to check for the hour hand how much it is moved. So one is this one, 30, 30, 30, that became 90 degree. So you can write your answer like this. Since 1 hour is giving you 30 degree, then 3 hours will give you 90 degree. So that part is done, 90 we got. Now 1 minute is giving a half degree, then 20 minutes will give you 10 degree. Okay, then directly write angle between minute hand and hour hand. Minute hand and hour hand is equal to. So now you have to be very careful whether you have to add these two or you have to subtract. If it is more than 90 degree, you have to add. When it is less than 90 degree, you have to subtract. That is according to the timing what they have given. Okay, 90 and 10 I have to add because it will be ahead of that. So more than 90, so I have to add and get this.